What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we're taking a look at Wuchang Fallen Feathers here on the Steam Deck. And unfortunately, this is a title I was really looking forward to, but it certainly has launched with its issues. And if you take a look at the Steam reviews over there, it's getting pretty bad. And a lot of that has been pointing to the game's performance, which is pretty atrocious on my desktops and on all the handhelds, and also just the game's balance in general and other things with it. Even just in this first stage going around and kind of getting into the game just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel great, and it certainly isn't pulling me in like Black Myth Wukong did, which it does seem like this game is trying to be. But getting into the settings and the performance a bit for the deck and taking a look at this, we're borderless, windowed, 800p, no VSync or anything on here. Low for our overall quality. Again, this doesn't run great. We have FSR and TSR as our options here, but you can't turn those off. You do have to use one or the other between 25 and 100%. There doesn't seem to be a lot of difference in performance between that 25 and 70% range, so I would probably say stick with something between 50 to 70 if you are even trying to play this game on the Steam Deck. With FSR on, though, you can also use frame generation, which we'll take a look at as well in a little bit when we get more into the performance. Everything else set to low here, and when you do use the low preset, it will leave ambient occlusion on high. I took that to low as well here, but you can go back and forth there. I was trying to get as much out of it FPS wise as I could because it's very stuttery and low FPS. Even sitting still in a lot of areas, you'll be in the 20s, and it's just not a great experience here on the Steam Deck and on some other devices as well. If we take a look at FSR 30% versus at 50, you really don't gain much here. In certain areas of the game, we may gain more by playing with that scale a bit, but I still think 50 to 70 is fine. TSR certainly is a lot cleaner, and I would recommend using TSR if you're not using frame generation. FSR gets pretty rough looking here on the Steam Deck. TSR 30%, again, nothing really boosting in performance from 50 or 70 or any of that, so play around with that as you will, but you are going to be using either FSR or TSR, and frame gen or no frame gen here. Now, again, we can use frame generation, and if you do that on the Steam Deck, you are going to want to go into your quick access menu and manually set your GPU clock to 1600 to get the most out of that frame generation. But it is a bit clunky. We're frame generating from very low FPS, and it is going to add some latency in a game that is very picky about the dodging and attacks here and stuff like that. So that's something to think about, even if you're looking at lossless scaling. But FSR 50% back here with no frame gen on, and we'll just kind of walk around here. And once I'm done here, I'll leave you with some gameplay to check out with TSR and FSR without me talking, and just look at it running here. I did manage to play through a good bit of the first level. I'm kind of at the first boss area, and normally I would play these games a lot farther in and try to show more performance areas, but it's just not worth me doing that yet with this game. Hopefully we'll get some patches and fixes both for performance and the visuals, FSR upgrades, things like that, and also for the game's balance, because in my opinion, just from playing a lot of these types of games, something does feel off when it comes to the balance of the mobs and the couple of bosses I've messed with so far here in the first level and that type of thing. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay here for TSR and FSR, and you can kind of see what you think. I definitely think I would be holding off on this when it comes to playing on the Steam Deck especially, and I'll be testing the other handhelds and getting those videos up as well. But yeah, they have some work to do here. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for coming and check out the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Monster!